Hello everyone, I'm Swati Sharma from Department of Management Studies. Today's topic of discussion in Indian economy is national income. Basically, national income is the basic measure of economic activity of a nation. It is one of the key indicators of economic progress of any nation. Other things remaining constant, higher national product implies a higher level of economic activity and increased standard of living of the individuals and household constituting an economy. The basic definition of national income is it measures the total value of goods and services produced within the economy over a period of time. Whenever an output is produced, somebody receives an income for producing it. Thus, corresponding to every flow of output, there is an equivalent flow of factor income. So, the aggregate of factor income that is earned by the owners of the factors of production in producing national product in 1 year is called national income. Now, there are many concepts in national income, but two important major concepts are gross domestic product and gross national product. So, GDP is defined as an aggregate measure of production equal to the sum of the gross values added of all resident institutional units engaged in production. And GNP is a market value of all the goods or products and services produced in 1 year by labor and property supplied by citizens of any country. So GDP is also known as the market value of goods, final goods and services produced during a year by domestically located resources. So there are some features of gross domestic product at market price, at the gross and domestic, and obviously final goods of final value of goods and services. And now next is there are three important methods of estimation of national income. So first one is a product method, or we can say that value added method, then income method, then expenditure method. So in this PPT or in this slides, we discuss the methods of estimation of national income. So first we'll talk about product method, or we can say that the value added method. So value added is the excess of value of output over and above the value of intermediate goods and services used in the process of production. So it is that method which measures the national income by estimating the contribution of each producing enterprises in the domestic territory of the country in an accounting year. So in other words, we can say that it's a industrial origin method or net output method. So according to this method, national income is estimating by finding the market value of final goods and services produced in an economy in accounting year. So as far as an enterprise is concerned, its sales are treated as final sales or sales of final goods and services. For example, if a farmer produces 1 ton of wheat and sells it for rupees 400 in the market to a flour mill, as far as the farmer is concerned, the sale of wheat is final sale and he gets 400 for it. If it does not have to incur any expenditure on the cultivation of wheat, rupees 4,400 becomes the value of his contribution. So the purchase of wheat by the flour mill is an intermediate goods. So it converts wheat into flour and sell it to 600 to a baker. So the flour mill treats the flour as a final product, but the baker uses it as an intermediate good and manufactures the bread. So the baker sells the bread to the shopkeeper of rupees at rupees 100. For the baker, the bread is the final good, but the shopkeeper, it is an intermediate good. So the shopkeeper sells the entire bread for rupees 900. So the value of output of from the farmer to the final shopkeeper, like 400 plus 600, 800, it comes to 2700. So this is called value of output method. So there is a problem in this method, that is a double counting, problem of double counting. So the counting of a value of a commodity more than once is called double counting. So now we know that every producer treats the commodity he sells as final. So he's not concerned as to what happens to it after he sells it. But we know what the value of a flour contains the value of wheat, and the value of bread manufactured contains the value of wheat, and the value of services of the miller, baker, and the shopkeeper. So now the value of the wheat is counted 4 times. So the value of services of the miller thrice, and the value of services by the baker twice. So in other words, the value of wheat and value of service of the miller and baker has been counted more than once. So this is called double counting. So to avoid this problem of double counting, the value of intermediate group goods is deducted from the value of output. So there are some steps in product method that the market value of all final goods and services produced within the country gives the estimate of GDP at market price, and the addition of net factor income from abroad. We can say that NFIA in GDP at MP gives gross national product to market price, and then the deduction of depreciation from GNP at market price provides NNP at market price. So the deduction of net direct taxes from NNP at market price gives the national product at factor cost. This is called, there are the steps in product method. Next, we talk about income method. So income method, it is a sum of all income derived from providing the factors of production. It includes wages, salaries, rent, interest, profits within a country. So in this method, which it measures the national income from the side of payments made in the form of wages, rent, interest, profit to the primary factors of production. So like labor, land and all. So this method is also called factor payment method or distributed share method. So thus the main components of factor income is wages, salary or compensation of employees, rental income, interest, profit, dividend, corporate saving, corporate profit tax. Then there are some steps in income method. So obtaining net domestic product at factor of cost by summing up the factor payment paid in form of wages and salaries, rent, interest and profit by all the production unit of all the sector in the country, and add NFIA in NDP at factor of cost to obtain NNP at factor of cost, or we can say that the national income. So we can say that net national income is equals to compensation of employee plus operating surplus, rent plus interest plus profit plus mixed income plus NFIA. Then next method is expenditure method. So expenditure method is a method which measures the final expenditure on gross domestic product at market price during an accounting year. It is also called income disposable method, or we can say that the consumption investment method. So this method calculates the final expenditure or expenditure on GDP. So it measures the national income as aggregate of all the final expenditure on GDP in an economy during a year. This is the sum of expenditure made for final consumer goods and investment demand and for net exports. Therefore, the sum of total income equals to the sum of final expenditure income on consumed on consumption goods and the sum of investment goods. We can say that Y is income, Y equals to C plus I. Now there are some steps in expenditure method. So GDP at market price equals to gross national expenditure at market price, which the sum of final private consumption expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, and the gross domestic product investment, which includes gross fixed capital formation plus changes in stocks and net exports, which we can say that export minus imports. So an addition of NFIA at MP provides GNP at market price. This is called expenditure method. So to sum up, so product method, we can say that net value added in the primary sector at market price, first method we're talking about, plus net value added in the secondary sector, net value added in territory, and then add NFIA and deduct net indirect taxes. In income method, we calculate national income by adding compensation of employee, operating surplus, which is rent, interest, profit, plus mixed income of self-employed, plus NFIA from rest of the world. And last in the expenditure sector, so private final consumption expenditure plus government final consumption expenditure plus net domestic capital formation, net export plus NFIA, and deduct net indirect taxes in this. So this is all about these methods, and there are some difficulties in the measurement of national income, like difference between final and intermediate goods, changes in the price, double counting, income of foreign companies, service without reward. right? Existence of barter system, an unreliable statistic is there, lack of occupational classification, production for self-consumption. So these are some of the problems occur while calculating the national income. But still we can calculate the national income by using these three methods. So this is all about this topic. Thank you.